Okay, hi friends. Okay, in this particular video, I will give you a brief idea about assembler directives. Okay, let us see what are the various assembler directives and why these assembler directives are very essential. Let us see. Generally, we already learned many instructions like addition, subtraction, multiplication, all comes under arithmetic, various logical instructions, processor control instructions, and many other instructions. All those instructions are very essential for processor point of view. But there are some instructions which are not belongs to processor instruction set. Those instructions like linker, loader, and assembler. Okay, those instructions are called as assembler directives. See, the assembler directives are also instructions, but these instructions related to assembler, linker, and loader. The instructions which are related to assembler, linker, and loader are simply called as assembler directives. So assembler directives are also instructions, but these instructions may not be there in the instruction set of 8086. But these instructions are related to separate applications like assembler functioning instructions, linker, and loader instructions. Okay, put together these instructions are simply called it as assembler directives. And again, these assembler directive instructions may not give any machine code. Let's suppose if you take instruction set of 8086, for every instruction it will generate machine code, whereas for assembler directive instructions we don't have any machine code. Okay, no, this is the brief idea about assembler directives. Finally, we have some list of assembler directive instructions, but these instructions may not belongs to instruction set, and these instructions may not generate any machine code, and these instructions are related to only assembler, linker, and loader only. Now let us see some of the assembler directive instructions. Let us see, one is called it as align instruction, then assume instruction, dot code, dot data, and data types related to assembler directives, then duplicate instruction, dot end, macro. Okay, all instructions comes under assembler directives, and in addition to that, few other instructions are also present. Let us focus mainly on these instructions. Now coming to first one, align instruction. So name itself align instruction. So this align instruction will forces the assembler to align the next segment which is divisible by a specified divisor. So this instruction forces the assembler to align the next segment at an address divisible by a specified divisor. Specified divisor. Let us see what the meaning of this. See the syntax once we can understand easily. See the syntax. Here it is align number. ALIGN is the mnemonic, then number. Okay. So let us see align 08. So number is 08H. So what the meaning? For example, initially assembler is executing with an instruction 2000H. Then if you write align 08H, then your assembler will be forces the next address which is divisible by a 08. So now currently assembler is 2000H. So what is the next address which is divisible by 08? Next address divisible by 08 is 2008. So assembler will directly enter into 2008 segment. In that location, it will execute. So like that, this align instruction simply forces the assembler to align the next segment which is divisible by this particular specified divisor. This is divisor number. Okay, now directly from 2000H to assembler will enter into 2008 with help of align instruction. Okay, for example, if I am writing here align 05, then what happens? Assembler will forces the next instruction which is divisible by 05. So assume assembler is at 2000H, but the next address divisible by 2005. So it will enter into 2005 location in that case. Okay, in that instruction we are using align directive. Then other is assume instruction. So this is very important for writing most of the 8086 programming with the help of MASM. We use this assume directive. This is very important directive and instruction. Remember, this assume directive preferably used in most of the programming. So we know already 8086 may have 1 megabyte of memory, and 8086 can access 4 segment memories at a time with the help of 4 segment registers. Now this assume directive will simply converting 16-bit logical segment into 20-bit physical segment. This assume directive converts 16-bit logic segment assigns, simply it will convert or assigns 16-bit logical segment into 20-bit physical segment for every point of time. Okay, for every point of time, assume directive will assign 16-bit logical segment into 20-bit physical segment. This is one important function of assume directive. Then other is assume directive will tells the assembler at which address the corresponding instruction is executing in the segment register, at which address the instruction is executing in the segment register. So in segment register, okay, so on, so address segment register is currently executing instructions. That information is also tells to assembler with the help of assume directive. So these two are the functions of assume directive. One is it will simply assign 16-bit logical segment into 20-bit physical segment. Second is the assume directive will tells the assembler at which address the segment address is currently executing at a given point of time. These two are the functions of assume directive. So syntax for assume directive is assume, 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 CS if it is code segment, CS colon code, comma DS colon data, comma ES colon data. ES also extra segment, it's also one type of data. Okay, this is the representation. So because of this assume directive, so it will assign 16-bit logical segment into 20-bit physical segment. Because of this instruction, 16-bit logical segment is code segment register is converting into 16-bit code segment register content into 20-bit physical segment. Similarly, DS also 16-bit into 20-bit physical. Like that, assume directive simply assigns 16-bit logical segment into 20-bit physical segment. So this instruction is used in most of the programming. For every program, we are using this assume directive for initializing 16-bit into 20-bit physical segment. Okay, so this is very important, and these two are the functions of assume directive. Coming to other one is dot code. Dot code is the shortcut definition for code segment. Okay, for example, in our program we have many code segments are there. Then we can simply call it as a syntax for many number of code segments are there. Then we can call it as dot code name for one code segment, dot code name for other code segment, like that. So dot code is the simply shortcut definition for code segment. Similarly, dot data is the shortcut definition for data segment. It is also syntax is only one data segment is present, the name is not required. If many data segments are present, name is also essential. So name is optional for one data segment. If many data segments are present in our program, then name is also important. Name 1, name 2, or any name we can type. So dot data and dot code both are shortcut definitions for code segment and data segment. Coming to other one is data types. So like see, we have many data types. Even in assembler directives also we have many data types. Let us see various data types. One is called it as DB. DB is defined byte. So define byte, it's a data type. So byte type, define byte, define word, it's a word, define word type, data type, define double word, define double word, DD is double word, data type. DQ is define quad word, define quad word, and similarly DT define 10 bytes. So this data type define at a time 10 bytes. Like that, we have 5 data types are present in assembler directive: define byte, define word, define double word, define. This is actually define double word, define quad word, and define 10 bytes. Like that, we have 5 types. Let us see one small example how we can use byte. See here one table defined byte. Okay, for example 10H, 20H, 30H, 40H. So what is the meaning of this particular instruction? So table is an array. This table is an array of type defined byte, and it contains how many bytes? 4 bytes. So an array of name table contains 4 bytes of type defined byte. This is actual full meaning of this. So an array of name table contains 4 bytes of type defined byte. Okay, like that we have many 5 types are there. Okay, data types. Next, duplicate is another assembler directive. Let us see what is a duplicate directive. So name itself, this duplicate directive is used to assign the number of memory locations with duplicate values. Okay, this duplicate instructions assigns a specified number of locations with duplicate value. For example, I need to send one duplicate value into n number of locations. Then that value will be loaded to n locations at a time with the help of duplicate instruction. Let us see syntax for this. We can understand. Syntax is name of array. Name of array. First one is array name. Simply you can write array name. Then data type. Then number. Then DUP. This is duplicate shortcut is DUP space value. Okay, this is the actual syntax for duplicate instructions. So the syntax array name. First one is array name, then type of the array name, then number. So that number indicates how many locations we are choosing. Then duplicately those locations loaded with this particular value is the syntax. Let us see one example you can understand. For example, same table are defined by type. Okay, so duplicately 5 locations we are taking. Okay, duplicate value, for example 0 to h. So what is the meaning of these instructions here? So there is a name of array table of type defined by, okay, contains 5 locations, and all those 5 locations duplicatedly loaded with value 0 to. So if you execute this instruction, the first 5 locations duplicately contains which value 0 to. First location 0 to, next location also 0 to, like that. First 5 locations contains duplicately value 0 to. Okay, this type of instruction is preferably used to send one fixed value to a number of locations. Okay, 05h is the number of locations, and all those locations receiving which value 05h duplicately. Then other is a dot end. Dot end indicates the end of the program or end of the assembler program. If you write any instruction after dot end, the assembler will ignore that particular instructions. So the assembler will execute instructions only up to dot end. And if you write any instructions after dot end, assembler will ignore those instructions. Okay, that is the role of dot end. Then other is macro. Macro is nothing but a set of instructions. Macro having some set of instructions. For example, in our program, we have a set of instructions are required many number of times. Same set of instructions are required many number of times for executing. Then instead of writing those instructions every time, simply we can call it as a macro. Then simply call macro. Automatically those instructions will comes into our regular program. So macro having two directive: initialize macro, end macro. So initialize macro indicates start of the program, and end macro indicates end of the program. So macro is a one subprogram, and it in that particular subprogram having set of instructions. And simply if you call it as a macro, then simply you can write call macro in our regular program. Automatically, whatever it may be the instructions present in that particular body of macro, those instructions will comes into a current position automatically. That's the advantage of macro instruction, and it is having two directives: initialize macro starting of the program, subprogram, and end macro ending of the particular program. These two are the two points related to macro. So this is about assembler directives of 8086. Okay, thank you for watching this video. If you like, please kindly share. Okay, and also subscribe my channel. Okay, thank you so much.